Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils take on the St. Louis Blues tonight at The Rock. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Vinnie Parise in Chicago, and at the highest point in New Jersey, the not good enough sign, Tom Fitzgerald plagiarizing.
Yep.
Shorts guy in his presser not too long ago, a few days ago. JoinOurCrew.com. Just remember, JoinOurCrew.com for the latest updates of our travels here at the Let's Go Devils podcast family. All right. There's some news brewing.
Yes, there are. Yes, there is.
Should we address the elephant in the room?
Let's do it.
Besides the guy behind you wearing a Chris Pronger St. Louis Blues jersey?
At least it's an old school CCM one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that jersey's sick. I'm not here to poo-poo on a sweet St. Louis Blues jersey in any way, shape, or form. Those are sweet. They have one of the best logos in the NHL, in my opinion. Like,
they
my
do.
two
They
favorite
really
things
do.
are music and sports. You combine them, you get the Blues. So sweet.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I mean, the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah.
Devils are scratching Tyler Toffoli for trade-related reasons. Obviously, the Devils' leading goal scorer is an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. Whenever you're a team that's looking like you're not going to be going to the postseason, some of these big-name unrestricted free agents start to garner interest across the league. We've heard teams like the Vancouver Canucks, who Toffoli has played for in the past, the Los Angeles Kings, who Toffoli has played for in the past and won a Stanley Cup. There are lots of different rumors going around. It's pretty interesting. I'm excited to see how it all unfolds, but
You guys can wave back.
A sniper tonight.
You can wave back. Yeah, there you
Honestly,
go.
I didn't know if they could see us or not.
Yeah. No, they can. You're on the big screen. You're on
Right.
American Whiskey. Yeah.
So, Shorts guy, it might be Toffoli out. We don't know what's going to be coming back. I assume something good would be coming back. The trade market for forwards so far has been nice. I mean, we saw some pretty good players traded. Tarasenko, Sean Monahan, guys like that going, and teams are paying the price for some of these high-volume forwards. I would have to think a guy with 26 goals in early March is considered of such.
Yeah, it seems to be like if we're going to move our top scorer, it's not a good harbinger for what our prospects are going forward for the playoffs. But if we're going to give up that much scoring when we're just on the edge of potentially making the playoffs or not, we better be getting a good haul in return.
Absolutely, and I've heard names like Alex Turcotte or Arthur Kaliev. First-round picks are being thrown around. Second-round picks. There's all sorts of speculation on what's going on. My theory is always, unless Tom Fitzgerald says it, it's a rumor or an opinion. So, we'll see how it ends up going, but I'm excited about it finally being done as far as the trade deadline.
Yeah, and if he's not traded and we still have him come, end of day Friday, whenever that trade deadline is, and I'll be happy with that as well.
Absolutely. What do you think, Sam?
It's kind of a win-win, but it'll give us kind of a compass to kind of the direction the team's going right now. Are they selling? Are they buying? Or is this a move? I mean, look, we talked about this last night on on State of Fan Address with pucksandpitchforks.com editor-in-chief Nick Villano, that, he's going to be a UFA next year. There's no guarantees. They're kind of off on the terms, apparently. But, are the Devils selling? But if they get a goalie in return, I mean, some of the rumors about Omar coming from Boston, if that is true in a package, that's a good deal for now and the future.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, getting a goalie is important. I saw that the Hurricanes put Antti Ranta on waivers today. I never thought it would be a bad idea to like try a guy like that for the rest of the season and see how it goes. But I mean, if they make a trade for someone like Markstrom or like Allmark would be amazing. But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't give up too much in a lost season like this. But if you get a lot back in exchange for Toffoli, I think this trade deadline could end up being pretty smart for them.
So the only reason Allmark scares me is because Allmark wasn't all that great with Buffalo, and then he went and he looked kind of so-so with a bad team in front of him, and then he looked lights out with a good team in front of him in Boston. So we're still not addressing our defensive problems, and that to me is the biggest issue.
But it's
That's
a
very
start,
fair.
though. It's a start, though.
It's a start, but if they don't address them, then that's a big issue.
Yeah, I hope that developing the young defensemen that the Devils have is the top priority when it comes to defense, because I do believe that Nemitz and Hughes and Seamus Casey in the future, it's going to take a minute. Seamus Casey's going to have moments where he looks like a bonehead when he gets to the NHL. That's just a fact. But, you know, in the long run, 4 or 5 years from now, they could have the start of something really nice. We'll see what happens when Dougie Hamilton returns too. Siegenthaler and Marino have had, you know, down years by their standards, I think it's fair to say. And, you know, we saw how great they were last year. We'll see if they can elevate back to that starting, you know, now into next year. We'll see. But, I mean, yeah. Allmark with Buffalo is an interesting story because I did look at his stats a little bit going back to when he was with the Buffalo Sabres. And, you know, yes, it was a very unfortunate situation for him to play on a team like that. They ended up trading Jack Eichel and all that. But, like, you look at some of his stats when he's over there, and he did have a year in Buffalo, 917 save percentage, 935 save percentage. Then there was a year 905. That was real low. The goals against is always a little high because, you know, Buffalo gives up a lot of chances. But, you know, when we're talking about him being the 935 save percentage, he only played in 5 games that season. But, you know, 915 save percentage, 917. Then he comes to the Bruins, and that's when he starts to really, really go off in terms of becoming.
In front of him.
Yeah, with a really good team in front of him. Absolutely. Now, do I think the Devils can be a good team in front of him in short order? Yes, I do. But I'm with you. I would like to see them really go out and add another, like, top-quality defenseman to play with some of these young guys.
Yeah, that's our biggest glaring issue, and that's what we need to fix. And that may not get fixed here at the deadline, because all the teams that have good defensemen, actually the two we were potentially hoping to get, Chris Tanev to the Stars, and then Hanifin to Vegas. So, you know, the two guys we were really hoping for are no longer on the market. But Hanifin is a UFA, I believe, at the end of this season. So their potential of bringing him in the summer is there. But that to me is the issue we have to fix. We have to fix that.
Absolutely. And now Vegas, I mean, to win the Stanley Cup, you need to have solid defense. It is the most important thing. Like they have Pietrangelo with Shea Theodore and Hanifin on the same team. I mean, that should be illegal. And, you know, whenever someone becomes available, I'm exaggerating. When I say it should be illegal, that's just me exaggerating to say how good it is. They're in on everyone. I wouldn't shock me if they got Toffoli. Honestly, I saw a tweet yesterday that was so accurate. If I saw Sidney Crosby traded to Vegas, I wouldn't even be slightly surprised. It's just the way it's become in this league. That team's obsessed with winning, and they put their best foot forward. I want to see the Devils start to act like that.
Well, and let's not also gloss over the fact that they ripped the page out of the Tampa Bay Lightning cap circumvention book, and they just blew it up. I got this sent to me today from Billy Dean of Hockey on Tap. I'll just go through it real quick. February 14, 22, Mark Stone, LTIR, activated in April. Mark Stone, LTIR, February 23, activated, activated April 18 from LTIR. This season, Mark Stone put on LTIR March 4th. So, they're taking the Tampa Bay method. They're taking the Lightning way, and they're just blowing it up, which was funny because Schwim from Hockey on Tap podcast made mention of of something about Vegas today. And I was like, well, your team started this trend, so let's not hear any complaints out of you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, does it bother you though? Like you say all those things and like they're all true. There's no doubting it. But all those rules that allow them to do this have been collectively bargained by the NHL Players Association and the league. So what are they supposed to do?
Well,
I'll tell you what it would be. It would be all good for 31 other teams to do it, but as soon as the Devils did it, they'd come down hard on us and they would take away whatever we wanted from it that year.
which lends the next question about Tom Fitzgerald. Why didn't he do it sooner? Why didn't he had when Dougie Hamilton went out earlier in the season, why not pull that stunt off with players on a 1-year contract, expiring contracts, and load it up? Instead, he only made one trade, and it was to get a 4th rounder or 5th rounder or whatever that was. So by the way, Selective Boy with the super chat saying that I feel the next 20 days they should play for pride since the playoffs are out of the question. I don't think the playoffs are out of the question yet. It's about to be. It's heading in that direction. But, I'm waiting, in my mindset, I'm waiting for after the Vegas game out in Vegas to make that decision, just because I don't want to spoil our trip, Shorts Guy.
No.
We're still in it till after Vegas.
Yes.
I mean, this is going to sound crazy, but like, if they, this is going to sound so dumb. If they win their next 2 games and the Flyers lose their next 2 games, they're 4 points back. Like, I know I sound so dumb.
Maybe we should start putting our bets in all these sports gambling websites or apps that the Devils will make the playoffs. 8.8. Do you know what the money line is on that?
I'm just looking at now. Let me go to look at that now. You guys,
I don't know.
We got to get our gambling sponsor back.
Yeah,
like
seriously.
They're probably not going to the playoffs, right? Like 90% they're not. But they are like a 5-game winning streak away from being in a playoff spot. And I like winning 5 games in a row doesn't sound like dumb. It shouldn't sound dumb, at least. No.
By the way, as Shorts Guy is, you make a great point, Vinny. But as Shorts Guy is looking up that money line, I got a good Ponzi scheme I just thought of right now. You want to hear it?
Yes, I would love to.
Sure, Sam.
We get all of our fans to contribute to the super chat, donate to the podcast, and we take all that money and bet on the Devils with that 8.8% chance of making the playoffs. Bet on it, and hopefully we win so we can have more money towards that private jet, that $35 million private jet in the future. What do you think about that?
I love that. On the DraftKings Sportsbook, they are plus 600 to make the playoffs. They are minus 900 to not make the playoffs.
All right, so plus 600. So if we put $1,000 down, what does that equate to?
I think you would make $6,000.
$6,000?
Yeah. Sam's got that look in his eye that I don't like when he gets that look in his eye.
7,000. Oh yeah, you make 6,000. Pay out.
The reason why I got that look in that eye is I enjoyed this delicious salad here at American Whiskey. Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah. Delicious salad that I had.
It's actually delicious. So there is not breaking news, but news that I think will appeal to Devils fans. The Carolina Hurricanes are holding out Michael Bunting for trade-related reasons, similarly to what the Devils are doing. The difference is the Hurricanes are second place in the Metropolitan Division and are a borderline lock to make the playoffs. They're not even on the sports book to bet for or against making the playoffs. That's how locked into a playoff spot they pretty much are. That makes me wonder if they're actually going to do the thing and be the team that gets, or they're trying to be the team that gets Jake Gensel from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Some major Metropolitan Division news.
Yeah. That would be big if he stayed within the division.
I want to address
Yes.
Brooke Amanda's comment about she feels that by trading Toffoli, it's essentially the season's over. Yes and no. It all depends what they get back in that trade. If they do get a goaltender where some of the rumors are, I wouldn't say it's completely over. Because one hot goaltender down the stretch could really make things interesting, is what Vinnie was pointing out. If the Flyers lose 2 and the Devils win the next 2, suddenly you're 4 points out of a playoff spot. I don't know. But if it's just draft picks and it's for the future, then she's absolutely right. Would you
And have
agree?
you looked? Have you looked at the Flyers' 2 games that I'm speaking of?
No, who do they play?
They're playing the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh.
Time to put that money down.
The
Time
Devils
to-
play the Hurricanes, though.
All
after
right.
today.
Hold on to your money for a second.
Well, if the Flyers lose and we win, those odds change pretty quickly, Sam. So
Yeah, time to take out the Brinks truck and start loading that money into DraftKings for that bet. But Chris Boker with the super chat. Playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs.
What else am I supposed to talk about if I can't talk about the playoffs? That's what I'm getting at. Why can't I talk about the playoffs? The New Jersey Devils have stunk for the last decade. I'm talking about the playoffs. This is supposed to be a playoff team. I want them to make the playoffs. I'm going to keep talking about it until they're mathematically eliminated. How about that? I just raised my voice for the first time on this show.
Well, there you go.
I
There you go.
am so tired of watching this team stink. I am so tired of it. I'm not I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm Mr. Young Guy over here, but I wasn't there when they won the Stanley Cup 3 times in 9 years. I saw them lose to the Kings. That's the best season the Devils have ever had to lose the Stanley Cup final in my life, in my time watching hockey. Other than that, it's been mostly dog crap. I am tired of it. I want them to win. I want them to do something. I'm all for trading Toffoli. I'm not an idiot. I know how hockey works. I know that getting a first-round pick for a 33-year-old winger having a career year is a smart idea. But I'm also, like, if they got a goalie, why can't they go on a 5-game winning streak? How many 5-game winning streaks did they have last year?
Pretty.
And the
It
Flyers
struck a
are
nerve.
The Flyers are trading away their players. I mean, right now this is the time to surge. The problem is the Devils' schedule is tough. Is absolutely
It is
tough. Because after the Blues, you're right. The Carolina Hurricanes, then the New York Rangers, then they go on the road to Dallas. They're going to get a boost from Arizona and Vegas because we're going to be out there, giving some moral support. Matter of fact, at the Mullet Arena, Shorts guy, I think I'm going to start calling out plays and start talking to the players out loud since they're going to be able to hear us.
Well, that's the best part, is they will be able to hear you. So you can start calling out plays, and it may actually work.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's be loud, because we're going to be right in that standing room, right in that standing room section. It's going to be fun. And once again, to remind everyone, if anyone is out there, go to joinourcrew.com. This way we can send out some blasts about where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, and come meet up with us either out in Arizona or Vegas or both.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're going to have to make that infographic again, Shorts guy, because that worked out great at the outdoor game. And I'll make sure that when I send out the email, the spellings are right.
What are you
we'll
going to be drinking?
Out in Arizona, I don't know, but I know what I would love to be drinking here in New Jersey.
And what's that?
I don't know. Vinny, any suggestions?
I
can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called.
There
it is.
Join our crew today and drink Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Crew Brew.
Like it. Love it, actually.
I want to record it for like a TV commercial. The day you ask me to do that is the day I'll know I made it.
That's the day
We've
we'll
done some
have
cool
all
things.
made it.
We've done some cool things through the podcast and the blog and all that. That would be number one.
That would be rad. Then we'll really have made it.
Absolutely.
Select Boy says with the super chat, thank you again. Would a solid coach come out of the Toffoli trade?
Can you trade coaches in the NHL? I know you can in the NFL.
Can you really?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
I think.
I'm
no
sure
idea.
you can.
Coach was traded. You could trade coaches in the NFL. That I know for a fact. I don't know about the NFL.
That I did not know.
I'm trying to think. There was a time. Hold on. There was.
Yeah, can
I
you
feel like
imagine? Can you imagine this, guys? I'm hearing a breaking news. The Devils are sending Seamus Casey, a first rounder, Tyler Toffoli, and Chris Taylor, assistant coach, to Nashville for Brunette and Saros.
That's funny.
I would.
That's
love it.
what that's what made me remember that it was legal. Sean Payton was traded from the New Orleans Saints to the Denver Broncos.
It's basically the
In
contract,
2023.
yeah, the rights.
Yeah.
You know, Lindy
Yeah.
Ruff is on the block because he was only relieved of his head coaching duties.
The New England Patriots got Bill Belichick through a trade.
Did they
Best
really?
trade in
Yes.
best trade in Patriots
Wow.
history. You could probably.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, from the
That's
Jets
wild.
because the Jets had the rights to him.
Yep, you are correct. The Patriots traded a first, fourth, and fifth round pick to the New York Jets.
Was that that pick was Chad Pennington, wasn't it?
It would have been, I don't know. That's a good. That doesn't say that. It says like there was. This is on FanDuel, looking at all the trades, like their blog, and yeah, it says Belichick has spent the last 23 seasons with New England, winning 6 Super. But they didn't say what the Jets got in the trade. That's dumb. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think it's allowed in the NHL, though. I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think.
know
I don't, yeah,
you
I
can
don't
get
think
draft
it's allowed in
compensation. If
Yeah.
you fire someone and then they get hired with a new team, they could send you like a 7th round pick or something like that. But yeah,
It's something.
I would take it. If Lindy Ruff got hired and the Devils got like a 6th round pick out of it, that'd be sweet.
That'd be pretty cool.
Thank you, Lindy.
But-
I would chant "Thank you, Lindy" again. That's funny. David Pagnotta, the 4th period. Sounds like momentum has picked up on Jake Gensel going to Carolina. Stay tuned.
Wow.
The Carolina Hurricanes
Man.
have never traded for a rental, apparently.
So this would be Gensel would be a rental,
Pure
right?
rental. Unless
Okay.
it was a sign and trade. Like Jake Gensel's a UFA at the end of this season, and he's going to make some coin.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
gamer in the playoffs, and that's what Carolina's been missing. You know, they beat up on teams like the Devils and the Rangers in the first round, but then you get to like a top dog, ready to win Stanley Cup type team in the conference finals every year, and Tampa Bay beats them or Florida beats them. If they got a guy like Jake Gensel who has 34 career playoff goals, that'd be something.
Could be a difference maker, big time.
100%. All right. Do you think it's time for predictions, guys?
I think predictions would sound pretty good right now.
Sam, what are some people saying in the chat about predictions?
Well, let's go back and scroll back here because they have been putting their predictions early on. Selector Boy says 4-3 Devils, but the Blues score first. A nice conservative, optimistic prediction. Ramona says 4-1 Devils. Now, Ramona I take seriously. Not to say I don't take Selector Boy seriously because he does do super chats, so I have to. But just kidding, just jokes. But Ramona says 4-1 Devils. Lit L Bubs says 4-1 Devils, like Ramona. Looking here. 5-0 Devils, LOL, says Joseph Lenham. Canadian Whiskey says 4-2 NJ win. Kodas 100 says 3-2 Devils in a shootout. Peter Seifert says Devils give up first goal, Devils win 3-1. Then Peter Seifert still tells his season ticket holder rep that Shorts guy says, you're not good enough.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. Steve Engel says 4-2 Blues. Steve Engel, I should probably talk to Alejandra. But are you allowed to see Alejandra on Saturday with your wife there? I don't know. I don't know why it would be a problem. Do you guys know? Do you guys know why would it be a problem?
No clue.
Sam's causing trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of feel like a home wrecker, online. But
Well,
anyway.
it's just like what you do with the Devils, but with like this guy's marriage.
Oh yeah,
Wild predictions.
Yes, we're gonna sacrifice when we can with wild predictions. I give it 3-1 odds that she gets pissed.
Over.
Alejandra. She can't see me. I'm trying to wave her over so she can wave to the camera to Steve Engel. Anyway, 4-1 Devils says Chris Boker. Michael Descal says 8-5 Devils. Brooke Amanda says 4-2 Devils. JP says 4-2 Devils. Zach W says 4-3 Devils. Art Heaton saying 6.25 goals, whatever that means.
Under 6.5 goals.
Yeah, under.
Canadian Whiskey says, hey, Sam, how are the wings? I have no idea what you're talking about. Meow, meow.
The wings at American Whiskey are good.
You know what? I have such short memory loss that I can only go to podcast. I'm only eating salads.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
salads.
Yeah.
Here at American Whiskey.
Sam, it's not a Sam salad, but salad.
Sam watches what he eats. He watches it go from his hand to his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. 4-3 Devils in overtime, says J Gentleman 7. Paul C says 3-2 Devils. I'm going to look at the Facebook Live. You got to go with the Facebook Live.
And while you're doing that, we had our friend from London, Justin, give us a 4-2 prediction earlier as well.
Absolutely. I wonder how Jake is doing. Let us know. Let's go to the Facebook Live. Chris Sand says, no playoffs this year. Season's been over. I haven't won 4 in a row yet. Yada, yada, yada. All right, well, no predictions in the Facebook Live. And let's look at X Live. Also, Mrs. Wu, no prediction here, but she said, how did you eat salad? The greens are still on the plate. LMAO.
Oh,
No, there was
fired.
a lot. There was a lot of salad on this plate. I swear
Shot
to you.
fired.
I know.
Who knows?
Hey, do I look slim? It's because of this salad here at American Whiskey. I don't lie,
Very
people.
slim.
I don't lie. I may exaggerate, but I don't lie.
Very good, Sam. You're doing wonderful.
Yeah.
Now let's hear your prediction.
My prediction. You want a realistic one?
No.
Go. It feels natural.
2-1 Devils.
Okay. 2-1.
2-1 Devils. Could be in
I feel
overtime.
like for you, that is like saying 7-0.
Yeah. That's how bad this team is. I have to go to 2-1. 'Cause I don't have confidence in their offense right now.
Are you going to be mad as hell if they win 9-3?
No, because they're winning. I put winning ahead of my ego and my predictions.
It's fair.
Okay, well, I'll
I
be a
do.
little mad.
What's that?
I said, okay, well, I'll be a little mad that the one time you didn't give an outrageous prediction, they like scored 9 goals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh. All right,
Now he's
Vinny.
thinking. Now he's thinking.
All right, Vinny. So I gave my prediction. What's your prediction, Vinny?
The Devils are going to beat the Blues 7-1.
A Sam Wu prediction.
You know what?
Somebody's got to do it.
You know what just almost
true,
happened?
It's true.
I don't know. I was just about to give you the bird, and then I realized we're on air. I can't be doing that. But I almost did, though. I almost did. And then, well, luckily the ledge of the bar, stopped me from going like.
I'll take it with grace. I take it with grace.
We're number one, baby. All right.
I'm
Shorts
gonna
guy?
say 4-2 Devils tonight, and maybe finally get one right for once.
There you go.
All righty. Before we go, I'm trying to get Alejandro over here to say hello to Steve Engel.
We're gesturing. We're getting some attention.
why can't you talk?
Say hello to everybody, Alejandra. Where is she? She's not even on
She's
camera.
No.
Oh, no, you got to be on camera. There you go. That's the Steve Engel. There you go, Steve Engel. The odds have changed. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 right now. 2-1.
Taking it minus 1,000.
Steve Engel. This segment is sponsored by some divorce attorney in New Jersey. Call us now. 1-800. I don't know. Don't go postal.
1-800 my wife.
And now Steve Engel says 5-1 Devils. See, we changed Steve Engel. We stayed Steve Engel.
He's a moved man.
You know, yeah. And you see those people like back there? You see, it's crowded back there. You see, look at all these Devils fans back here. Isn't that great?
Look at that.
Yeah. And I think March 23rd, we maybe have a big stage. But I don't know. Well, find out on joinourcrew.com. That's how you know everything that goes on.
That's how you'll know for sure.
Yeah.
I think we should.
If
you want to find out for sure, you got to go to joinourcrew.com to get the actual info.
Joinourcrew.com. And also, I looked on TickPick. $16 to get inside for lower bowl.
Yeah.
1-6.
I already spent a bunch of money to get those tickets, so.
You see these fans? They're just going crazy. They love this podcast. They absolutely love this podcast.
I mean, Sam, we are the most commented Devils podcast out there.
Oh, yeah. You know, other podcasts, they've got numbers like downloads, views. They've got sponsors. They've got endorsement deals. Our podcast, we have the most commented type of fans. They just comment all day long. Comment.
Yes,
they
do.
talk like old hens, I'm telling you. All they do is just like keyboard warrior, you know.
Even after the podcast ends. They keep going. That's how much they love it.
Did you know that on the YouTube Live, when the stream stops, the chatter, that's when the chatter still goes. Did you know that, Vinnie? The chats still go after the podcast is over.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
On all of it? On all of them?
Yeah. There's like, it's like almost like post podcast, you know, after party, you know, online after party, you know, in cyberspace.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that a lot.
Yeah. All right.
Michael Bunting is a Penguin, and Jake Gensel is a Hurricane.
Oh.
That's interdivisional trade. Those always amaze me. That you would trade within your division.
Yeah. Chris Boker says there's a $49.99 divorce attorney special ad right on Lafayette Street. $49.99, Steve Engel.
Is that the one that says your partner doesn't need to be present? Because there is one of them out there in Newark.
We got to get a divorce attorney on this to sponsor this podcast. Can you imagine the readouts on this? Is your significant other a Rangers fan and you realize now that inter-team dating is not appropriate in a marriage? Well, call, blah, blah, blah and Sons. They will get no alimony, nothing. That's bad. I know, this is bad. I think this Game Day Live has gone off the rails. This is what happens when I eat salad here at American Whiskey. It turns me into a different person.
Steve Engel just can't wait for it to be over. He's ready to click the X button.
I know. He's probably like, yo, peeps, can you end it? My wife's here. Having dinner, can't talk. Anyway. Oh, thank you. And they're taking away the salad right now. So that's our cue to play the music. Although the music here is great. They're playing Van Halen. They're playing all sorts of great music here at American Whiskey. Want to thank Kevin for the great food tonight, Frank the Tank, Alejandra, the rest of the staff. I think her name is Valentina, and the rest of the folks here at American Whiskey, and Casey. I saw him walking a pizza before. It looked mighty tasty. They make great brick oven pizzas here at American Whiskey. But thank you to everybody. And thank you to you guys. Hopefully the Devils have a win. Just remember, Devils After Dark, after the game, me and Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal recap the game that was. Yes, that's Scotty in the Michael J. Fox studios with his DeLorean traveling in time, 1.21 gigawatts. Till next time, let's go Devils.
1.21 gigawatts.